Okay, so here we are for our Motivational Minute. Steve, I'm so excited to hear the tip you've got for us today and what you're wanting to talk about.
Well, the first one today is I call it the right mindset for MLM, or we can call it for Doterra business. The idea is that you create the right mindset. And I was having a conversation with in one of the webinars with somebody, and it's funny how they don't really understand there is a real mindset to this business, and you need to be a little bit tough at the same time. You need to be thinking forward. And anyway, I kind of told her that, you know, how to kind of get the right mindset is to go through this list. Now, this is a list I go through many years ago, but I've still used it today. Occasionally I need to use it to kind of get myself in the right order. But anyway, here's the list I use to help me get myself set in the right direction. Now, if, for example, you find you can't do something in this business, and there's lots of things that most of us can't do, what I found is you need to write it down, write the thing down, the thing you can't do, so you can own it. Straight away, you've written it down, you own that. I cannot do that, you own it. Why you write it down is it means you feel important enough to make that change. This writing it down makes you say to yourself, okay, I can't do this, but this is important, so I need to write it down and I need to take ownership of this. Now, writing it down will give you an empowered vision of what you can do. Once that happens, you say to yourself, God, I can't do that. Now, after that, you've got to say to yourself, why I can't do this. Now, think about how bad it would be if you've done it. Now, most of the time, these things are not that bad. So if you need to speak to someone in the street, you say to yourself, can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this? Can I? But in the end, you need to actually put it in perspective. How bad is it going to be? So once you visualize that situation of how bad it could be, you realize it's not so bad. So you find out how good you would feel if you did do it. Now, once you've got to that stage, putting yourself in, visualizing that situation, you suddenly realize that this situation is not so bad in the first place. And if you do it, the feeling of empowerment is unbelievable, because you've achieved something you didn't believe, say for example, an hour ago, that you could do it. Now, once you step out your comfort zone, it's easier to step into another comfort zone. Now, the conclusion to this, what is it? It's a really simple conclusion, is that you step out of your comfort zone just a little bit every day, because how bad can it really be, and how great you will feel when you've done it. And that's really my tip, no more than that.
That's a great one. And I loved, Steve, how you were talking about, for me, just getting it out of my head. So by putting it on paper, like you said, all of a sudden the problem isn't as big as it is in my head. And I can start taking action and being creative about the solutions. So,
and it's really about that. And I use this kitsch word today. We use it in social work a lot, is empowerment. And I think this is really more to do with self-empowerment. Once you write it down, you own it. And once you own it, you can do something about it. Yeah. And that's the same in any self-development. Once you own it, you can do something about it.
Right.
If you don't own it, you can't do anything about it.
Right. And as you do something about it, you feel what you're talking about, that empowerment. Like all of a sudden you're taking action about it instead of just feeling stuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a great tip. I hope all of you listening will think about this and see how you can utilize it in your business to help move your business forward.
Well, anyway, if you've got any comments of this podcast, write them below, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. Okay, well, thank you and good night.
Yeah.